All right, guys, the official tier list just dropped, so let's go rank all of the units in the new Anime Last Stand update, guys. Also, the second part of the update is dropping on Saturday, so I will see you guys there. Also, let's see if we can get lucky today on our free daily spin. I actually rolled the 100x today, but yeah, I didn't save it. Ooh, 5 mythic shards. Let's go. All right, big shout out to Nori for these tier lists. All right, let's go hop on in the elemental tier list. So let's get it started with the best support units in the game. So the best support units we got are as follows. We got, okay, we'll go over all of them. So Dio, he does like time stop, lightning kind of things. All right, not bad. Bobak, he's a good slow unit. Tatsumaki is a great starter unit and slow unit. Law starts off as lightning and then becomes slow. Tatsumaki is just the slow. This guy's lightning into slow. So pretty cool there. And then Gojo, he's like the best slow unit in the game, and he stacks as well. Like, he is busted OP, guys. He is definitely the best support unit in the entire game. Get him. All right, next up we have light units. Now this list is kind of mixed up, so I'm gonna go over like the different sections here. So first up we have what I would consider the best starter units. This guy is probably the best starter unit in the game. Division Vice Captain, he is so good. He's like bleed 1 SPA. I actually believe I have him, so let me go show you what his stats are. So division, so this is mine. He only has Overlord on him, and you can kind of see like what he's hitting on right now. Let me see here. 1.89 SPA and bleed and a ton of damage. It is insane, guys. Busted OP. Ascended Mage is just worst version of this guy. All right, Dio over Heaven is like the highest or one of the highest DPS units in the game. Gojo has a mid DPS, but he's a good support unit. Remy has a very high DPS as well. Aizen, don't really like him. This guy's a good support unit, and these guys are okay DPS. But Aizen is supposed to be getting an Evo apparently, so I would probably go try to get him real quick before the updates. All right, next up we have the best dark units. So Benamaru is the best dark starter. He's also like one of the best units in the entire game. Highly recommended. Sukuna is going to be your go-to like DPS unit once you can get it up. And then these guys are all kind of mid comparatively. Guts is actually surprisingly good. He has a massive AoE, and this guy is not bad if you can't get the full Dio evolution. So honestly, like the rest of these guys, I probably wouldn't waste my time evoing. Just Sukuna, once you can get him, he's kind of hard to get, but he's just that much better. All right, nature units, we don't really have any good nature units right now, but the best right now are Hashirama is good for starting out, Tatsumaki as well. Ulquar is my current go-to. But yeah, really the nature units are kind of underwhelming. Giorno is okay, but the rest of them, they're just kind of like eh. This guy has a cool ability, but eh. So starter units are right here, and Ulquar, you can actually start with him as well, depending on how good your Yojin is. All right, water units, we're starting to get a lot of water units. I don't really like this guy that much, but he has a good DPS. Rimuru has a good DPS and nuke as well. Your starter units here are going to be these 3, but I personally would recommend Bobak and him. And even then, they're not that great. I actually think Nanami's also a starter as well. There's a bunch of starters on this one. DPS-wise, these guys just don't really have much DPS at the end game. So Rimuru is going to probably your go-to, as well as but yeah, they're all decent. Noelle's kind of outclassed nowadays, and these ones are just really old and not really worth it. All right, best fire units. All right, so your go-to fire units, Escanor is going to be your main DPS. Yamamoto, though, he is a summoner as well, so that's pretty cool. And this guy's DPS is also insane as well. So all of these guys are great to have. Starter unit-wise, Rengoku is really good for macros as well. This guy is only good for infinite, and I don't really recommend him anymore. And Ichigo is supposed to be getting an Evo. Somebody said Mugetsu. I don't know what's going on there, but it's looking really good. All right, next up, I'll go quickly over the progressive tier list. We kind of already covered this. So best units to get to for starting out, Benamaru is good on every map. And Rengoku's nice because you can place him on ground, and he's a hybrid, so very nice. And the rest of them are just like worse versions. Hashirama was decent for portals, but those are kind of gone now. Division Vice Captain is another great one to go to, but I believe he's only ground on start, which kind of sucks. But he becomes hybrid later, so he's not bad if the map you're doing doesn't have airs. He's really good. Meta support, Gojo is really nice. You can kind of, you know, just like place him down early and he's going to really help your teammates if you're doing a multiplayer match. Farm wise, Yojin is the only one you want to use unless you're on Summer Portal, then you can use Idol. And the rest of the supports are kind of okay. Tatsumaki's really good for like high cost because of how cheap she is. All right, infinite mode wise, we'll kind of go over it. Meta overall and farms and whatnot. So obviously, guys, the Galleys are the goats. And then some of these have like nukes on them, like Rimuru and Quincy King. So if, after you can only have 2 Galleys equipped. So after you have your 2 Galleys equipped, go for like these guys. And then maybe support in the farm, and you should be good to go. So not bad at all. This is the rest of the list if you want to see it. So there we go. I think we covered pretty much everything. And souls wise, best souls in the game. Soul of Brute Force. Again, it's a godly soul. Can't beat it. Inner Potential is really good as well. Baldi's okay, and Soul of Precision is nice for certain units. The rest of them are just kind of mid. Kind of want to skip them. However, I will say the best Soul of Prosperous Wishes. If you give this to your Yojin, it's going to become completely cracked. And then the rest of them are also like, you know, slightly worse versions. So pretty decent as well. All right, so let's go back over here to this wheel and let's see if we can get lucky, guys. All right, and the answer to that question is... Whoa, no! It stopped on the wrong one. That's all right, next up we got... Bro, oh my goodness, I'm getting cooked. Absolutely cooked here. And then we got... Oh my gosh, how many jewels can I roll in a row, man? I just wasted all of these sweet, sweet coins. Oh no, oh man. Oh man, that is not good. That is not good at all. All right, I'm gonna go cry now.